In the Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. It's the Washington Huskies and the Washington State Cougars. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Washington's offense who will have the football first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
He'll run it again. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense set for a first down play. They'll give it to Washington. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Throwing, Williams. Finds his big tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Williams will pass. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Caught in the backfield. It's Moss. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Williams. Caught. They will score! Touchdown, Washington!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, This dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to Washington. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action with Williams. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They're going to test the right side with this one. Inside the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Clemens. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll try to pop the draw. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Washington State going quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. Running behind that left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. Nice move to keep running.
Well, this defense has their hands full with him on this drive. And that DB, I'll tell you, he may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. When you've got speed like this running back has, if he gets in the second level, a lot of people start to hold their breath because it could be a house call. You know they're going to keep giving him the football here in the drive. Up front, this defense has got to get a lot more physical.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he's in. Touchdown, Cougar! Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup, and here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years, but this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams to the air again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. This time he's got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Williams looking for a man. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Williams. Quickly complete.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. It's Williams again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll They'll try to run it with Washington. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Quarterback keeps it. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? One more snap coming before halftime. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's lead things off with Houston taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
And the Huskies will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Hey, guys, the Cougars head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
This one's complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Got a man. It's Hawkins. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Trying play action. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And wings it incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab, it's Moss. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Williams will pass. Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Makes a grab and room to run. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're...
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete in the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Washington State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll give it to Washington. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Caught over the middle, it's Williams. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Williams throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Here's a give to Washington. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Washington again. And they're able to make the tackle.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick completion to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game, and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Washington State lines up quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Here's Williams to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Huskies! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He'll pull it down. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be fourth down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. On the move, he fires. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Freeman. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. From the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Washington State going quickly. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougars.